I had to laugh because I locked the door to the truck. I think amongst all these 911s, there's a 928 over there. I'm pretty safe. Okay, welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin. And where are we at?
We are at Lime Rock, and you can tell it's pretty loud here.
It is our Airstream Club rally, but we're happening at Lime Rock Park, which is a racetrack, and the Porsche Club of America is having their spring races here.
And we're boondocking up top. It's a lot of fun.
Yep, so we're going to be talking a little bit about boondocking, watching some Porsches.
Yep.
And overall having a good time. And, you know, a lot of people ask, why should I join the Airstream Club?
Yes. It's to have this opportunity to see something very unique.
Yeah, you can get the most out of your Airstream by joining the Airstream Club. For example, you'd never be able to park and camp.
Typically at this kind of event.
Exactly, and even though you may not like racing, there's music festivals, quilting festivals, all kinds of things for interest that would not normally get you out with your Airstream to a place like this.
Concerts, festivals, all these events, and just check your Airstream Club and see what kind of rallies they have, right?
Right, and so we're gonna have some fun with this one. So let's check it out.
Yep.
How's our boondocking going so far?
So far, so good. I think we got some amps today, right?
Amp Man is happy. We're at 100% with our solar.
Yep, we're doing well.
Here we see two very beautiful and unusual examples of Porsche. The one on the left is a 912, which was a 911 with a 4-cylinder engine in it to try and keep the cost down from the early 70s. Next to it's a Porsche 356 SC, which I believe was produced from 62 to 64, and it was replaced by the 911 in 64, 65. So this was the last of the original Porsches, the 356 series. Very unique. So our club was able to rent the Infield chalet, which you see behind me, which was pretty cool for our happy hours, maybe watching a movie, and for morning coffee. It's also got a great observation deck up top. So part again of being at a rally, getting some stuff you might not normally get. You can see how close we are to where we're camping. Okay, so we're in the chalet. How's happy hour going?
Happy hour's going great. I think everybody's having a good time.
And you can see we still got racing going in the back.
Yep, we got racing going on the back. Nice little spread here. I think this is a great location for happy hour.
I would say this vintage pretty much hits it on the mark. All right, well, good boondocking morning. We are making our coffee. We use our manual grinder and we're on propane gas. Fridge seems to be doing okay, so that's nice. We've used 11.8 amps in 16 hours, so that's not bad. It's keeping below my 1 amp per hour usage. We're drawing right now 0.58 amps just sitting here, so that's about pretty good for boondocking. We've got our little space heater, so in the morning it was about 54 degrees in the cabin, so we run our little space heater here to keep things nice and toasty, take the edge off. Right now it's raining, or just finished raining it looks like, so I'm anticipating putting nothing into the batteries with the solar. Hopefully that'll change later on today. We'll get some solar going in there. But yeah, good morning here from the Lime Rock, Connecticut Porsche Club of America racing. We saw some good stuff yesterday. We're going to see some serious Porsches racing this afternoon. All right, we're finally pulling some amps here. It looks like 3.2 amps. We're gonna go ahead and clean our solar panel, see if we get any more amps out of it, because I am Amp Man. Well, I'm not sure my experiment worked out perfectly, because yeah, we're at 5 amps now, which we almost went from 3 to 5. But the sun's come out a little bit more, so my sample plan, my experimental outline probably was not sufficient. 6.3 amps now. Sweet, and you can hear the Porsches firing up behind me. This is gonna be a good weekend.
So Rich is gonna launch our drone to see what we can see.
That's kind of a cool little contrast there with a brand new 911 GT3 and a 911 from the early 90s. That's probably a 964 version. From I'd say 91, 92, 93, something like that. Just so you can see how the styles are changed a little bit different over the times. So it's quite interesting that the former CEO of Airstream, in fact the CEO when we bought our Airstream back in 2002, is now apparently president of Lime Rock Park, and that's why you see these Airstreams back here, which I believe I've heard are like hospitality suites kind of thing. But the relationship between Airstream and the former CEO is probably still pretty good, and one of the reasons I think maybe we can have our little rally here with our Airstream. So yeah, former CEO of Airstream is now the president of Lime Rock. A couple of Lime Rock Airstreams. So here's the fuel stop for the cars to fill up, and yeah, we're not going to be stopping here for gas on the way out. We'll go somewhere else. As you can see the prices, that's $12.75 for leaded gas, $12.15 for unleaded. That's a little pricey for us. All right, see, there's a lull in the action. It looks like a Boxster died out there somehow.
Yeah.
How was our little picnic lunch?
Our little picnic lunch was excellent. We just went to a local grocery store and they made sandwiches, and
yep,
we had everything here and it was very good.
Yeah, just kind of sitting here watching the races.
Yep.
There goes the little Boxster.
Yep. It's kind of chilly, but this is New England in April for you, so
yep,
but we've been having fun boondocking here.
Yep. It's amazing how well the Boxsters are doing. They're just kicking the butts out of the 944s, which...
What about the 911s?
Well, the 911s are a different class, but...
Okay.
And the 944s are 4-cylinder versus the Boxsters, which are 6-cylinder mid-engine, so... But yeah, they're good little race going on here.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
All right, good morning. It is Sunday morning, and we are here still at Lime Rock before we tow off to our campground for our next adventure. The Lotus Club is here today, and they're not allowed to do any type of racing or driving, or as one of the folks said, anything fun on Sundays. So they're kind of doing a lineup here at the track. They're going to get some pictures of their cars, and then I guess they're going to go for a ride and end up checking out the countryside here in Connecticut. So yeah, these Lotuses are awesome. It is somewhat of a lonely hitch up today. Everybody has left. We're the last ones, and it's kind of a conundrum this time of year. We've been boondocking all weekend, and so we do have some stuff in the tanks. And you know, when things are open in the spring, and summer, you know, you can usually find a state park or a campground or something like this to go ahead and dump your tanks, usually for a fee, 10 bucks maybe. But most of those are closed this time of year, so, and we don't want to have our tanks full just in case there was a hard freeze, which you can hear in northern New England is not out of the question in mid to late April. So we gotta book a campground for one night. It's a private campground. It's open right now. So yeah, it's only 45 minutes away, and they're like, you know, no early check-in, 3 o'clock check-in time. So we're just kind of hanging out here to slowly, lazily check hitch up. And it's kind of sad seeing all the Airstreams gone, but you know, at this time of year it's kind of exciting because we've got the whole year in front of us. It's not like this is in October event, or sometimes when we do Cannon Mountain. You can check up that video up here when we go to northern Vermont in November for some winter camping. You know, then it's like putting things away or going. Not here. We've got a whole season in front of us, a lot of fun stuff to do, and this coming to Lime Rock Park just kind of opened things up. So to some of the different things you can do with your Airstream. I think we've got to dial in on the fridge. I think we know what's wrong with it on propane. Some more stuff on that later. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish up our hitch up, do our 45-mile short tow to Saugerties, New York, and something called the Rip Van Winkle Campground. From boondocking to the Rip Van Winkle. A little bit of different style, but we'll see how it goes. It makes sense for us today. And I've deviated from my checklist because we're running on propane with the refrigerator. So I skipped that part of my checklist as far as turning off the LP gas. So I've put my little reminder here to show that we've deviated from the checklist, and I should remember to turn off the LP gas. All right, good morning. It is April 22nd. We are at Rip Van Winkle Campground in Saugerties, New York, and it is one of the few campgrounds open at this time of year. Most of the ones in the Northeast don't open until either May 1st or May 15th. So this one's a full hookup site, so it's going to allow us to dump our tanks from our boondocking experience. But because it could be a couple weeks or even maybe up to a month before we get out again, we're going to go ahead and flush our gray and black tank. We don't have a black flush install like the newer Airstreams do, but we do follow the procedures from the Clean Tank group. If you want to check out that video, we'll leave a link up here to how we had our clean flush done. But we bought the same exact mechanism that they have, which is basically a valve that allows us to completely drain. We've got a flow meter that'll allow us to know how much water goes in, and we can go ahead and flush both black and gray.
Join us next week as we do some problem solving and finally fix our fridge on propane.
So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up
and if you think we've earned a subscription, click the subscribe.
and comment below if you've ever been to a racetrack with your RV.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.